Welcome back to the Big Circle.
Welcome
with your
to
host.
the Big Circle.
Welcome back to the Big Circle. With your host,
Derrick Followell.
I'm Ivy Heron Jr. Here's our special guest, Mr. Adam Followell.
Good to be here again.
Amen. Yes. All right, so this is episode 2 of Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Did I wear the same shirt?
Oh my God, we wore the same clothes.
Me too.
What are the coincidences? This is my Sunday outfit. It's got an S
Every
on
week.
the back of my shirt. Hey, and we got a circle table now. Hey, Austin, what was that look for?
We got one.
Oh, he wasn't here when we set it up. Are you making fun of our circle table?
Not at all. Yes, he is.
Tommy and Kissy, the ones that helped us, I think Austin may be making fun of your circle table. Remind him of that when he comes to Walnut and needs somewhere to stay.
I am grateful for
It's the first time he ever got on camera. Don't cut me off.
Don't blast my name.
Oh, man. So we're so thankful to have Adam. We're kind of talking about our lives a little bit, and if just reflecting back on the last episode, Adam just talks about addiction and losing everything he had 3 times, literally just got the boots that he's got on his feet. You always hang on to them boots.
Gotta have my boots. Gotta go back to work.
Gotta go back working.
Awesome.
You were telling that story, and it's crazy how so far you get removed from something. But I remember him walking in my house. I remember him walking in my garage, and I mean, he literally had a bag. And
an OJ Bronco.
Yeah, that's
That
right.
is awesome.
I'm seriously, that's what he had. And he was like, man, I'm going to stay here for a little while. And I'm like, whatever. And like he said, it wasn't no time. And, he was back on his feet. And when we talked about not changing anything, you look back and you're like, you lost it, you got it, you lost it, you got it. Your mind can run about what could I have accomplished.
Oh yeah.
If I hadn't have. But let's dive a little bit into some relationship things. So I don't want to be naive today and tell you that me and Adam have a great relationship, that it didn't take work to get to that relationship. Just like anyone, we are siblings. Nobody knows you as good as your sibling.
That's right.
You're literally with them all the time, So, I knew every sorry part of his personality and every great part of his personality. He knew every sorry part of mine and every great part of mine. We knew how to push each other's buttons, and we knew what was each other's weakness. And I would love to tell you that we encouraged each other. But through alcoholism and all the things that happened, you're just one torn up dude tearing up another torn up dude. Right?
Right.
We worked together, and it was like, I ain't gonna let nobody else whip this dog, but I'm gonna whip it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We went through that for a period of time in our lives, and I think that our relationship was probably just at many times kind of non-existent, unhealthy. We just didn't cultivate it much. And we kind of had a period of life where it looks back now, we were doing the same thing in 2 different places.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But we both had the same issues, and we never really, until we got working together, and that's a whole nother element, that we had to how to work together and how to enjoy working together. And there was a season of our lives that we struggled to find that relationship.
How long did y'all work together?
Well, I was at Russellville for many years, but with the same company and working together, 20 years?
Yeah,
Wow.
Almost 20
Yeah.
years.
I did not know that.
Yeah, 20 years.
Wow.
We worked like together for probably
16.
Yeah, 16 years,
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
15 years,
Okay.
right around in there. And I remember Adam took this job and that was kind of not his nature. He was more of a, hands-on type of guy. And we got into this job that's just communication, and I remember I remember driving home one day, and he's like, man, I just can't do this. And I'm like, you can do it. And now, because of that, I look back now, that job helped him do the very things that he does today.
Absolutely.
That ability to be able to just communicate with people, deal with different types of people, personalities.
Well, it taught me to be a leader.
Yeah.
I mean, without a doubt. I mean, not only just the day-to-day work environment, but also the classes and everything that we did, and then just the hands-on working with individuals that already knew, how to be a leader. And it changed my whole career path.
Oh,
so to
absolutely.
speak, I guess you'd say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I remember looking back, they would make us read these books, and they'd make us, PhDs is what they called them, poor, hungry, and driven is what I said. But anyway, they would give us these books and stuff, and I remember being frustrated because we had to read them. But there's still times in my life that I reference those books.
Oh, I had a leadership class 4 months ago, and I didn't even have to prepare for it because I used a PhD book that I did back in 2016.
Yeah.
Or whatever, 15 that I had from our old company, and that's what I utilized, and everybody was like, "Oh, that's amazing,"
Yeah,
but it was the stuff I didn't enjoy doing at that time that's now benefiting me.
And I think what so many people struggle with is putting in the actual work, the sweat equity to read, to do what needs to be done. Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Great book, man. Phenomenal book.
1 Minute Manager.
1 Minute Manager. Stephen Covey.
That sounds good too.
Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
Okay.
It is beautiful. You need to read it. And it goes through those 7 habits. And I remember from that book, seek first to understand. That was one of the habits. And then to be understood. Well, I always sought to be understood. I'll understand you after you understand me.
Right.
And just simple, like, duh, I already know this, but he just breaks it down in a good manner, and I still use that in my day-to-day habits.
I do as well.
So there's a period of our life where, a season of our lives where Adam's he's trying to walk in the right way, I'm trying to walk in the right way. We're still dealing with, I guess, character flaws, trying to dig through your character flaws, through that struggle of how to communicate with each other. Like, have you ever been in a situation in your relationship where you go outside and you communicate with people great, and then you got to communicate with the person that literally means something to you, and you just you just blow it. Well, we had spent such a long time of our lives just blowing it that I think there was a season of our lives that whenever frustration hit, that's what we did, right? So there was a period of our lives where we didn't talk for 7, 8 months. I mean,
at least.
Yeah, 7, 8 months we didn't really talk at all. I felt like I was going my way. He was going his way. I felt like we weren't going the same way, and we couldn't seem to get along, and it seemed like the communication got destructive, so we just quit communicating. Mm-hmm. That 7 or 8 months, there didn't a day go by that I didn't think to myself, I don't talk to my brother.
Same here. Yeah.
It sucked. I mean, I don't have a better word. It sucked. I thought to myself, man, I would almost be mad at myself because I couldn't call him. I mean, I don't know what you were going through, but that's what, I mean.
Basically the same thing.
I wanted to call him, but I didn't know what to say, right? I didn't know how to just get right back where we were.
And then not only that, my problem was you have that pride thing.
Yeah.
Because you feel like you were the one that screwed everything up, so I'm not apologizing.
Yeah.
You know, when someone else wants to apologize
Yeah,
and
I'm
act like
here.
it's their fault, I'll be here to listen.
Yeah.
You know,
That's right.
and so that was a lot of my problem. Is
Yeah.
I just didn't have to deal with it. If I just didn't
Yeah.
go try
Yeah.
to fix the issue.
So, I mean, we're all three guys sitting here around this table. When we don't deal with something, we're dealing with it.
Oh yeah, and not only that, it's festering
Yeah.
and getting worse.
Swirling up
Yeah.
here.
So and then it starts the blame game, and
Yeah.
and then you've ran it through your mind so much, you've got this big case ready for
Yeah.
if it ever does happen,
Yeah.
Yeah.
where you can blow your top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember, there's times that in that season, we would be around each other like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and we'll talk a little bit about kind of how that was. But I'm so thankful that season's over. But I'm sharing this because I want people to understand, if you want something to work, you got to work for it.
That's right.
That's part of it. We're going to go to a quick commercial. We'll be right back with our guest, Adam Followell.
Sharp Custom Hauling. They serve all of Northeast Arkansas and haul a variety of materials: chat, gravel, fill, sand, dirt, and much, much more. Need your land cleared? Parking lot, building pad, dirt work, driveways, and bush hogging. We offer free estimates and competitive pricing and financing available as well. Sharp Custom Hauling. We can get her done. Sharp Farm. Sharp Farms, family owned and locally grown beef. From our pasture to your table. We heard you need beef. We have what you're looking for: whole, half, or quarter cow. If that's more than you need, let us help you build a custom meat box that fits your budget. Call or email us for more information at sharpfarms2022@gmail.com or call Miss B at 870-219-3497. Introducing the Sunroom. The house can get crowded, and if you need somewhere for family or friends to stay during the holidays, the Sunroom is a pet-friendly rental in Paragould, Arkansas, with a top-rated Airbnb Superhost rating. Beautiful scenery overlooking a nice pond, peaceful, relaxing, and much better than a hotel. Heron Tire, best from the east to the west, serving Paragould and all of Northeast Arkansas for over 56 years. Tire shops have come and gone. Heron Tire has remained. We keep getting bigger and better. Got a flat? You don't have time for that. We'll get it patched up and put you back on the road. Stuck on the farm? No time to play? Call us. We're on the way. If you need to get the crops planted and you're feeling stressed, call Heron Tire. We're simply the best. New tires? We got you. Used tires? We got you. Rims, lift kits, oil change? You guessed it. We got it. So come see us at either of our Paragould locations at 700 East Kings Highway or 300 Airport Road. Heron Tire Service, 870-239-8466 or 870-240-0090. Yes, best from the east to the west. Welcome to the Big Circle.
You're just doing it wrong on purpose. Welcome back to the Big Circle. So we're talking about our relationship here, where we're kind of in a season in our lives where we're not talking. You know, that pride's kicked in. I'm not making the call. You're not making the call. We don't know what to say, you know, because I don't care what anybody says. Once you come out of darkness, you got to learn how to walk in light.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, then you got to learn to do the things that it takes to walk in light. I mean, if I don't put my efforts into my biblical instruction, you know, reading, motivating things, my devotional, things like that, I mean, I can't be everything I need to be and expect, you can't put nothing in and expect something to come out.
Well, I think I made that statement to you earlier.
Yeah.
You know, success only comes before work in the dictionary.
Yeah.
And you have to work before there's success.
That's correct. And everybody wants the success, but they don't want the work. And we were struggling to find success in our personal relationship because we were going to have to face the work that had to happen. Okay? So, anyway, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas, I remember seeing Adam and him just looking at me, you know, he's aggravated, I'm aggravated. I don't even know if aggravated is the right word. It's almost like,
disgusted.
yeah, just not even at him. Just how did I get here?
Yeah.
Like, how do I fix this? Like, what happened? You know, and it was just it was a difficult season. There were some, you know, looking back, there were some attributing factors there of people that were trying to, feel that. But anyway, that's a whole nother ball game. But that doesn't matter. Our relationship together matters. But I remember, I'll never forget this, and I'm thankful for Adam for this. One day, out of the blue, my phone rings. It's Adam. And Adam don't call me, so I don't know why my phone's ringing. But I pick up the phone, and Adam's like, hey. I said, yeah. He said, man, I'm out here mowing the lawn, just thinking about stuff. Can we talk? My response was simple. Of course we can. And look, we didn't sit down and have this big, long, lengthy conversation. We had a very basic conversation. Men, our pattern in our lives, we were kind of shown the example that when you get mad, you just lose it and you say hurtful and mean things.
Try to cut the deepest.
Say the hardest, hurtful things you possibly can think of. No. And then we're better. Be good now. It's time for you to be happy.
Right.
And we had practiced that in our lives. And, man, those things, you can't take that stuff back, So I remember when we connected, I remember saying, look, I don't want that to happen again. I'm not going to get mad and say things that are hurtful, and you can't get mad and say things that are hurtful. I don't want to dig up bones. I'm over it. I want us to have a good relationship, And that was the building block that began it. I think literally the cure-all of all of it was to make sure that we were going to encourage each other and not discourage each other anymore.
What year was that? Can you remember?
Well, that's probably 2014.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, probably somewhere in that neighborhood.
2014.
10 years later.
Yeah, I mean, I'd already started the church, and for all of you, it's difficult to learn how to be a pastor, period. It's also difficult to learn how to be a pastor while you're pastoring your family, right? So we struggled. He would say this, I just want to talk to my brother. I don't want to talk to my pastor. And I'm like, well, your brother is your pastor. I don't, But at that time, I didn't know what to say, and he didn't have the right ears. Mm-hmm. We were both guilty. Mm-hmm. I didn't know I was in uncharted waters, right? And if I had an expectation for him, and he didn't live up to that expectation, or if I had an expectation for you and you didn't live up for it, I could forgive you. But I expected him. Mm-hmm. That's wrong. Yeah. But I mean, oftentimes I tell people, thank you for letting me learn how to be your pastor. I think every wife should thank their husband for learning how to be a husband, and a wife learning how to be a wife, and learning how to be. You got to learn how to be the person that you want to be.
That's right.
So when we got past 2014, I mean, I would think our relationship is only just.
Oh, it's better and better every day since then.
Yeah.
I mean, our relationship's great now, but like he said, it took a lot of work to get here.
Yeah.
And I know 100% without a doubt we'll never go down that road again because we've grown from it. Even if we had something hit in our relationship or whatever, we could work through it and we could fix it and move on with our lives like we have right now.
Yeah. Yeah, and now we just have that open relationship where if I'm doing something and he'll say, man, I think we ought to do this or that, it's listening to someone versus defending your action.
Yeah. And we have the correct dialogue now, even if I don't agree with what he said. Okay, then that's what we're going to do. But or either one of us. Yeah.
I think it's respecting someone's knowledge in their space. I'm not going to try to overtalk you about tires. And I'm not going to overtalk him about city streets and works and things that are going on in his life. And so many times it's lack of knowledge. Yeah. I even now I've noticed that even more. When Adam does the job he does, I would think, well, why'd y'all build that? Well, what I didn't know, they got a grant to build that. Yeah. Didn't cost the city money. Mm-hmm. A grant paid for it. And it made our city better.
That's right.
But your mind says the city spent the money on that. So many times we're in conflict with people because we don't even know.
Yeah. Hadn't even taken the time to ask.
We don't
If
even
we
know
don't take
this.
their money, someone else is going to.
I mean, we don't even, we don't even have any context. We don't even know what's going on. We don't communicate properly, and we got out of that.
Yeah.
So, on the other side of alcoholism, I mean, how long have you been free of that in your life?
Oh, shoot. What is this, 24? What year did you say we were into it?
That's exactly what I was
2014,
about.
probably.
Probably 15, 16,
Yeah,
somewhere in that
yeah.
neighborhood.
So, 8-9 years past all of that. And here's the funny thing.
The funny thing is I used to count the days and I don't even know anymore.
Yeah.
So that's great.
I have to, you have to think about it.
Yeah.
You have to think about it.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is anytime me and Adam were in conflict, if he were doing better, if we got in conflict, I seen the pattern because I used to do the same thing. It was his excuse to go back.
Yeah. And that was that during that time. And then, of course, had some relationship problems and whatever else. And that would always be your go-to when anything was going wrong in your life. And it would be easy without, and the whole thing is support. You got to have support.
Yeah.
Especially if I wouldn't had the family that I have and the circle of friends that I'm with now, I would have never got out of my rut, period. I mean, I started, as a very young age to start a problem like I had, and if I wouldn't had the influence of my church family, my circle of friends, and my brother and my mother and just my family in general, and a great wife too. And,
Good plug.
Yeah, to just keep you on the straight and narrow each and every day, and it makes a huge difference.
So one day I asked you, Ivy, I said, where would you be without your community of people that are around you now? And what did you say?
Well, I was just thinking about that right before you even said that, as he was talking about where, he would be, and I thought to myself, man, I don't know where I could see myself if I didn't have you and and my wife, these two guys.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to see it any other way.
Yeah.
I think I'm thankful because, man, I'm crazy as a hornet sometimes. I'll call both of you guys, and I feel like a brand new person.
Right.
I'll call my wife. Man, I don't want to see it any other way.
Right.
I can't afford to see it any other way anymore.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, it's like living outside of the circle of safety. Why would you want to do that?
I don't want to.
I mean, I did that.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that, and I don't want to live like that no more.
And it's not, it doesn't make you weak.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, basically what you excused was the pride that we had earlier. Forget the pride, man.
And we have a lot of comment on that. The pride, I guess back in the day, the paranoia, the way you thought people might have just been using you. So you come into a different era in your life and you realize, man, these people are just here for you.
Yeah.
They want to see the best for you.
Man,
So
I'll
you
tell
develop
you the growth
relationships.
that I seen in Adam, and this is so true. He was one that would always think people were out to do something bad, and I've watched his whole nature of how he thinks about people change, and how he deals with difficult people. And I sat back and I'm like, bro, that's awesome. It's just good to see that. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial. We'll be back here in just a second with old brother, where art thou?
J&M Trailer Sales and Service. J&M Trailer Sales and Service. Huge selection of trailers, trailer repair, and prices so low, it's stupid. Also, if you don't want to commit to buying a trailer or a piece of equipment, they rent it out as well. Trailers, car haulers, skid steer, excavators. J&M Trailer Sales, located at 2510 South 2nd Avenue, Paragould, Arkansas. Leisure Comfort. At Leisure Comfort Heat and Air, we provide friendly heating and air conditioning repairs done right. We repair all major brands and give reliable options to get your system working properly. In the unfortunate event that a new equipment is necessary, we can make the installation seamless and easy. We install all major brands with free estimates and flexible financing options. Upgrading your HVAC system has never been easier. Whether you're looking for HVAC system, repairs, seasonal maintenance, new equipment, or general construction needs, our trained technicians will get you on the best path to enjoying a comfortable home environment. Quality Voices. Quality Voices is hiring now for a daytime and nighttime shift. They are a faith-based company that works on behalf of political endeavors and nonprofit organizations. You can fill out an application at 1413 Marketplace, Suites E and F. They have great management, great family, great atmosphere, and a great environment. Quality Voices, Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Welcome back to the Big Circle with our conversation with Ivy and Adam Followell and myself. I've enjoyed this, and we were just reminiscing on the fact that Adam made sure he said he had a great and wonderful and beautiful wife.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to say I have one as well.
Hey, me three. Don't leave me out of this.
No way. If you didn't say nothing, you'd be divorced.
Oh, my God.
I know a good lawyer.
He's lost everything he had 3 times.
I could have helped you with the different side of it. You could help me with that.
Oh my
that's
gosh.
funny.
Oh, we got to laugh at life a little
That's
bit.
right.
But anyway, we navigate ourselves through that pride, and we're here. You know, we were just talking about that support system and keeping that support system in your life.
Yeah.
I'm never, and I hate using constants, but then sometimes you have to. I'm never going to be a place in my life again where I fail to use my support system.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, there's random days I'll text you and be like, "Hey, pray for me."
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, and he would do the same for me, or you would do
Yep.
the same. You know, man, I'm not living outside of that, and I'm not going to live outside of that.
Yeah. I think this is just all great. You know, this big circle is amazing, but when you step out of your comfort zone, the people that you meet, when you're not necessarily willing to meet people, but all these friendships that I've gained, that we've all gained together, this is great. You know,
Yeah.
Everybody acts like this right here. You know, vulnerability is so powerful, in my opinion. Being open, being able to relate to people that are watching this.
Yeah.
It's good because everybody's struggling. We just don't know what with. Our job's just to be kind.
Yeah. I remember thinking in my life, and Adam probably one of the first people that I thought this about because we were brothers. He'll never change.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I wasn't changing.
Yeah.
I didn't say I would never change.
Yeah.
You know, and how many times, I mean, you deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
Even in your life now. There's people that, to Ivy Heron Jr. is never going to change.
That's right.
You know, you're the same scumbag you were 10 years ago in their mind. And that's just not true.
It's not relevant.
I mean, I think when people make that statement, what they're saying is they're not going to change.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just not true. I mean,
Or they see the changes, they just refuse to want to acknowledge
Yeah.
it. So you don't need to. You got to love everybody. You don't have to let them in though to what's happening in your life. You can be a light for them, but at the
Absolutely.
same time,
absolutely.
You know.
I mean, and when we started the way, you know, Jamie had that vision to start the way. We tried to help fuel that process. I mean, Adam's just been such a big supporter in all of that. And those in the past were the people that he was. I guess,
yeah. Wouldn't have nothing to do with it. What he's trying to
Just cut it. Just
just say it
I
like
didn't
it
know the right way to
is.
say
No
that.
way. Wouldn't give
Because-
him the time of day.
Yeah,
right.
so quote unquote, those people, you know, get the rap that they're the people that are just going to steal from you and lie to you and, you know, all that.
But come to find out, I was those people. I just wasn't on drugs.
Yeah.
It's just all. I mean, you're just one choice from someone, you know,
Yeah.
in that situation.
Yeah. You know, and
all the same thing when you actually get
Right.
back to sit
It's-
back and
it
look
is
at
it.
it.
yeah, I remember me and him sitting and talking about pill heads. Meanwhile, we're drunks.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What made us any better?
Yeah. You know, and we were no better.
Yeah.
But and it's just like once you got to a point in your life where I'm just not going to live my life that way.
Yeah.
I'm not in contempt with people. I'm in communion with people. Man, what a game changer.
Yeah.
And I sit here today like overwhelmed with gratitude about how thankful I am for the group and community of people that God has put in my life.
Yeah.
I wouldn't literally, like he said earlier, I wouldn't change a thing. I don't think anybody I meet, even the difficult ones, I don't think anyone I meet is on accident because I was a difficult one
That's right.
that somebody helped getting me through it, believed in me through it all, and I'm super thankful for that.
Yes.
So we'll end with, I mean, these people probably know what you do because you're on the news like every other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I turn it on, I'm like, there's Adam.
Just don't put my cell phone number out
If you want to give him a call, it's like, it'll be at 1 o'clock in the morning. I got a drainage ditch stopped up. So kind of tell us a little bit about what you do now. I mean, obviously, I know you enjoy what you do. You take pride in it.
there. Oh, absolutely.
Tell the viewers what you do and kind of where you're at now in your life.
Well, as we talked about, I was with another company for many, many years. I've been in some capacity of leadership since my early adulthood,
Right.
and it's something I've always enjoyed doing. I work for the city of Paragould. I'm the director of Paragould Public Works and everything else they ask me to do, but I enjoy my job. I enjoy the direction that our city is heading. We're growing. We've got some good leadership in place, and I feel like, I mean, you can just look around and see the changes that are happening in a positive manner, and I'm very proud of that. Proud to serve individuals and proud of our city that I work for.
Yeah, and the great thing about it, and I see the difference and the change, and like I see what is happening in his leadership. I mean, we'll drive by somewhere and he say, "Hey, these guys did that right there."
That's right.
You know, and he's bragging on a concrete job or something that he didn't pour the concrete. Not that he wouldn't help, but somebody did that, and he's proud of the work that they put in, and
Absolutely.
that's the type of leadership that we need.
Yeah. And I got to say this, anytime that I see any of the guys that work at the city with Adam that come up to the tire shop, or if I see them out, the one thing I always mess with them a little bit, like, how's Mr. Adam doing? They say one simple thing. They say, man, you couldn't ask for a better dude to work for. And that's Adam.
That's good.
Yeah.
So.
And that's awesome, man. So I would encourage everybody that is listening that lives in this community. I would encourage everybody is get behind. Let's support each other,
Yes.
and let's support the direction that our community is going to grow. I mean, you look around; we're growing everywhere.
Yes.
People are building, and they're building all over the place, and we're growing in a good way. And I mean, I look around and see things are cleaned up and put effort put into it, and I'm not just saying that because it's my brother.
Yeah.
I'm saying that because I know he's trying to do the right thing, and I know he's got some people that are pushing him to do the right thing. We appreciate all of our officials and all those that are putting effort into growth and change. So I guess if we could look back on what we've learned from this episode is don't let your dilemma define you. And you can have nothing and come back to something.
That's right.
Time and time again.
Yeah. And that we need each other. We need our support staff and the people that are around us because we can't make it. You said it this way. I don't even want to go down the road of thinking what I would be without the support staff because I'm not going to open that door.
Right.
That's right.
I mean, I don't want to open that door. I don't want to sit and say I'd be an alcoholic, a drug, whatever. I don't have to open that door because that door is never going to be shut again.
Yeah.
And that's the best way to think about it.
Better together.
Absolutely. We're certainly better together.
And this is a great story to remember that your past doesn't define you. It motivates you to where you're going right now.
That's absolutely correct. All right. Tell them how to find us and rate us and all that stuff you do.
Look us up on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify. Make sure to give us a 5-star review. If you give us a 4-star, throw it in the garbage. We could care less. Share it on Facebook. If you got something good out of it, tag a friend that needs to hear this. And we are so thankful, so blessed to be here. Once again,
with a circle table.
at the big circle. With our special guest, Mr. Adam Followell.
Good to be here, guys.
That's Derrick
Thank y'all.
Followell. And I'm Ivy Heron Jr. Peace.